For most of its history, the Caspian Sea has been a strategic backwater, with little military importance for the people surrounding it, and with little relevance to the rest of the world. But the last 2 decades have seen new discoveries of massive oil and natural gas deposits in the sea, and the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991 created 3 brand new countries on the shores of the Caspian. Those 3 countries, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, and Turkmenistan, have gotten rich off those resources, and now they're starting to invest in protecting the source of their new wealth. Those 3 countries are building navies more or less from scratch, while the other 2 countries on the sea, Russia and Iran, are strengthening the navies they already have on the Caspian. That's setting the stage for something the Caspian has never really seen, an arms race. Russia has historically been the greatest power in the Caspian, and that's still true today. While Kremlin officials have worried that their Caspian flotilla is losing ground to rival navies, Russia has announced an ambitious acquisition plan to add 16 new ships to the force by 2020. Iran has the second largest navy on the sea. They're quite secretive about their posture on the sea, and are probably what other Caspian countries fear most. Iranian warships have in the past intimidated Azerbaijan's oil research vessels, and a military exercise carried out between the Russian and Kazakhstan Caspian fleets in 2011 simulated defense against an Iranian attack on Kazakhstan's oil fields. Turkmenistan has announced plans to build a brand new naval base and is in the process of buying Turkish and Russian ships. Kazakhstan recently launched its first naval vessel, a missile boat called the Kazakhstan, and it's established its first naval base in the coastal city of Aktau. Azerbaijan has lagged a bit behind the rest, but it's buying anti-ship missiles from Israel and appears set to increase its military presence on the Caspian as well. Meanwhile, the U.S. has been involved in all of this, helping Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, and Turkmenistan build their new navies by donating used patrol boats and training sailors. While the assistance is modest by U.S. standards, it's nonetheless worried Iran and Russia, who fear that the U.S. is trying to encroach on their strategic backyard. All of this is exacerbated by the fact that the boundaries of the sea aren't limited, so that there's no comprehensive agreement on which country controls which part of the sea. And the Caspian countries, all dictatorships, tend to be opaque about their intentions on the sea, creating a real atmosphere of mistrust. As one Azerbaijani expert put it, even if we don't want to spend that much money on naval militarization, we end up spending it to keep up with all the threats. If someone is too safe, no one is safe. That could be said by anyone in the 5 Caspian states, but it's an attitude that looks like it's making the sea less, rather than more, safe.